Hey, welcome back to the Midday Q&A. I'm your host, the Duckman. Today we're trying to answer a bunch of questions for people because, I really haven't had a whole lot of other chances for videos because, everybody's been sick this week, myself included. We're going to get the details on that coming up shortly and explain what's been going on. Got my co-pilot with me. There's Mr. Boom. You be good there, Mr. Boom. You be a good boy. Yes, you're going to be a good boy with Daddy. Why are you biting me so much? You be good. Can't you be good? Daddy loves you. You be nice, boy. You be a nice boy, okay? Oh, be good. All right. Well, traffic's starting to move, so we're going to get going. Anyways, likey, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to pluck that dingle belly. That way you get updates every time I upload a video. And check out duckshit.net for all of my different social media links. We'll be back right after the intro. Alright, well, we're back. And as always, whenever I try to record a video, something always tries to fail me. In this case, for some reason, the camera battery dropped from 100% to 34% in just the time that I recorded the intro. Friggin' ridiculous, but that's just the way it goes. And the battery on my audio recorder is also trying to go too at the same time. So what a lovely day. We'll go as long as we can, and we'll just have to see what happens. But we'll just keep a monitoring eye on it. Of course, we're stuck in traffic right now. I hate having anybody in front of me on this road because whenever the light turns green up ahead, nobody ever moves, and you find yourself just sitting for a very, very long period of time. And Pensacola is one of those places that I've been to that does that. Where I come from, that doesn't happen. Anyway, enough said. Going to continue on my merry way. Whenever this traffic decides it's going to give me a green light and let me go, because this light has already been red for way too long. There it goes. I got to see if I can get ahead of these people up here. Anyway, you say, hey, Duckman, where are you going today? Well, that's going to answer another question. Hey, Duckman, you've been talking about a shop. How's that going? And I don't know why, but people always want to know more about the shop, even though I said I'm probably about a year away from actually building this thing. So it's the beginning of 2021 right now. It'll be the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022 before it happens, unless something really weird comes my way, like, I don't know, some huge benefactor decides to put a large sum of money into it. Somebody gives me some land. Win the lotto. Something really extreme has to happen in order for me to be able to jump the gun and have this happen a little bit quicker. But for the time being, I'm looking at land. I'm getting familiar with the market. I'm checking out a few things, and that's actually where I'm headed towards right now. There's a piece of land. It's about 9 acres. Kind of gives me a little bit of an idea as to what I want. I don't know what's going on up ahead. I see a lot of lights up there, police lights and stuff. We're gonna get off this road completely if there's crazy shit going on over there. I don't think this goes through either. I think I just screwed the pooch on this one, but we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. Here we go. Splash down. All right. Well, anyway, it's about 9 acres of land. It has a river on it. It seems pretty nice from what I've been looking at in photographs. I think it's a little low-lying, which I'm not too crazy about. Here we go. We hit our first dead end already. Obviously, this wasn't the right way to go. That rubbing sound is because the air shocks don't have enough air in them right now. They leak real slowly when it's cold out, and it's been cold, at least last night. Yesterday was actually about 80 degrees. But anyway, it has a little river running through the property, which makes it a little low-lying, at least the center of it, because it's this perfectly square piece of property, which is really interesting. And the river runs diagonally across it to the northeast. Would you get the hell out of the way? What the hell are you waiting for, you douchebag? And it runs diagonally to the northeast, and I thought, hey, it's got a little river run. It's kind of neat. Why don't I set up a little water wheel or something I can generate some free power? I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe cut back on my water bill, make things, not my water bill, my power bill, and perhaps make some things a little bit cheaper for myself. I think that'll be kind of neat. Not to mention it would just look kind of nice to have a little water wheel spinning on your property. But anyway, what's going to happen now that I've mentioned this is a few weeks from now, maybe even a few months, people are going to start saying, hey, Duckman, what happened to that river property you were looking at? Well, that's just it. I'm just looking at it. I'm not actually going to buy this thing. I mean, there's a possibility. There's always that slim possibility. But I don't think it's going to happen. It's a lot higher than what I think it's worth, what they're asking for it. Maybe they want me to talk them down, or whoever the prospective buyer is. they've already dropped the price of the land some 20%. Yeah, they kind of dropped it a lot in the last few months that it's been for sale. But I know the price keeps dropping, which is making it more interesting. So I am going to go check this thing out. It's worth at least spending my time to go look. There's no structure built on it yet, which is ideal for me, because if there is a structure on it, I probably won't use it unless it's a large warehouse type building. Because as you know, I'll probably be building what they call a barn-dominium, a large steel structured kind of barn with living quarters inside of it. That was the original goal from the beginning. This should work out nicely. Being 9 acres, I would probably build it on one of the corners that's highest away from the lake. Build it right up there with a fence around the backside of it so people don't come in and steal my shit. And of course, we got ourselves another red light. Unbelievable. But we're first in line, so when it turns green, that means we're going to go instead of just sitting there. So, we're going to go look at this piece of property. Well, the reason why I didn't get another video out early this morning, or even for the Wednesday video, no technical stuff's been going on, because everybody's been sick. B came down with a little bit of strep throat, which has caused her some issues, and their tonsils are swollen up. Poor girl. I don't like telling people medical stuff, but, that's what happened to she, and I think she's going to be okay. She seems to be. She got a little bit of antibiotics. She started feeling better a couple days ago, which is good, but if she's sick, then, of course, I'm going to avoid her. And the second problem was me. I came down with the allergies last week. My allergies are seasonal, and when I see seasonal, I mean very specifically. They come in the last week of August, the beginning week of September, every year. And I swear I can write it on the calendar. I could just say, sick 2 weeks. Put me down on the calendar. I will guaranteed have an allergy attack. And what happens when I have an allergy attack is my eyes swell up. They feel like there's cotton stuffed in them, and they get really, really hot. It's like I'm running a fever in my eyes only. And, of course, I snot up and I tear, and it looks like I'm crying. Right now, I wouldn't even show you my eyes on camera because they're like two cherries from being so itchy, just constantly itchy. And the weird thing is about it is I'll have a spell. It'll drive me nuts for 10 minutes, maybe an hour, and then it'll just stop, and I'll be fine for a few hours, and then it comes back. So whatever this allergen is that attacks me, it drives me friggin' nuts. Well, for some reason in 2020, it didn't happen. And I'm going to say it's probably due to a change of environment. I wasn't in Pensacola most of the summer, as you probably know, due to unforeseen circumstances, and it was a tough year for everybody, but let's just say my year was more fucked than most people's. And, well, I managed to avoid the allergy attack, so at least one good thing came out of 2020. Well, here we are, 2021, and it attacks me the last few days of January. And that's not unheard of. That has happened to me before, but it's just really weird that it's been so long since. Anyway, I'm okay. I'm okay. Right now I'm having a good moment. You probably hear my voice might sound a little bit stuffy, maybe just a little bit, like 10%, but not as bad as it was, let's say, a day or two ago. And I don't know what trips this off. I really don't. I could probably be allergy tested. I'm sure there's somebody out there in the world that's going to tell me I should go do this, and they put, the 50 or 60 pricks in your back, and then they see what you're allergic to. Yeah, I could go through that. Absolutely, I could. But number one, I don't feel like paying for it. And number two, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not somebody that gets sick. I don't even get colds. It's really weird. The last time I actually got sick was about 10 years ago, and the last time I got sick was 10 years before then. And, people are telling me, according to the recent news and the coronaria that's going around, everybody getting sick and even dropping dead from these things. I'd like to repeat and stress, because I've gotten a lot of derogatory comments involving politics, which I don't introduce into my channel, and my opinions of this particular infection that's going around, which I don't believe that I have, because I don't have, well, I guess I do, because anything is a symptom of it, right? Anything. You could fart and they'll call it a symptom of it. It's one of those. But I honestly don't feel that I have it. I am going to be respectful, however, and avoid people during this time when I am feeling a little bit off until my shit is back together again. Boomer agrees. Wild Bill asked me for some help today to go move a new cap for his bus. He's replacing the roof on it. Now, he has the fiberglass high top, but the roof that was underneath it, unfortunately, was pretty badly compromised. And I think that's one of the reasons why he upgraded to the high top to begin with. Well, it's gotten to the point he's done just trying to fix it, so he's going to replace the whole lid. And I will probably be helping with that in the future. But he wanted me to help him out today, and again, I told him, just based on my condition, it's probably not a good idea. I'm just trying to be respectful here. I really want to help you. But if there is any chance that I am carrying anything, even if it's just a common cold, there's no sense in me giving it to you. So let me just have a little break, a little rest, and I'm going to keep my distance for a little while longer. And if this was any type of infection of sorts and not just an allergy, then I'm going to call it the weakest damn illness I have ever had. You know, for it to last 10 minutes and then be gone for hours is laughable. It has to be an allergy. There's nothing else that would do that. And down below in the comments, please post your opinion on that and tell me what you think. Could that possibly be some kind of a sickness, or does it sound just to you like an allergy? I mean, I'm no doctor here, but the fact that it goes away completely and then just comes on back when it feels like it, or whatever it is I'm exposing myself to, I still don't know what it is. I have a couple of guesses, however, because about a week ago, which is a day or two after, I was in a house. Actually, it happened while I was in the house, come to think of it. It was over 100 years old, and we were doing some demo on the inside, knocking down some walls, and I'm sure there's probably some kind of asbestos content or lead paint or a whole bunch of other crap in there, being that the house is over 100 years old. Now, I wasn't the one who did the demo, but I was in the house briefly sometime after that was done. Now, most of the dust and crap would have settled by then, I'm sure, and I just made a wrong turn. I should have been going straight. Stop biting, Boomer. But I'm sure I got some of it. And while I was there, or even shortly after I was there, is when I started to notice that I had a tickle in my nose and my eyes were not feeling right. It was about that time. And then I went back into the house again the next day when the workers were in there painting the place. And I don't know what the hell they were doing. They were spraying. And they sprayed more paint into the air than they did onto the walls. Which was, I don't know what the hell they were doing. But to put that much paint into the air was just absolutely ridiculous. And that's when it really attacked me. And it might be because of the paint, and it's probably what it is. And a lot of people say, well, it's just latex paint. You know, it's non-toxic. Yeah, well, if you're allergic, everything is toxic. And I'm thinking that might have been the case with the paint. I think the paint and something with the construction is what set off my allergies and caused me to just feel this just intense eye-burning feeling, along with the sniffles on top of it. Everybody always stops when they see an ambulance. My answer isn't stop when you see an ambulance. It's get the hell out of the way. Don't stop. Get the hell out of the way. If you're going the opposite direction of them and they're not coming towards you, get the hell out of the way. Anyway, just keep on moving. Keep on moving, minding my own business, doing my own thing. Oh, well, I think it was the old house that made me sick. Ashlyn has been minding her own business. I feel a little bad this week. I feel like I kind of abandoned her because we were going to record some other videos and do some other stuff, and I haven't gotten that opportunity with her, and I feel a little bad. But she's actually the healthy one this week. She's been going to work, doing her own thing, and like I said, I feel a little bad that she's kind of left out. But moving forward, life is good. I really don't have anything to complain about today. I'm just minding my own business. My business partner, Rob, is currently out of town, so I won't be doing any construction work, which is a good time for the allergies to be kicking my ass. That means I actually get a break from this stuff. And that also means that once I'm able to start breathing again properly, which seems like yesterday was the first day that I had less attacks, and today I only had, I think, half of an attack. It wasn't even a whole attack. The fuck, man. Things are pretty good for me. I'm feeling pretty good, and things are working out that I've got a break. And a break is kind of important. A break is something I rarely ever get, and I need it. I really do need it. Now, I'm trying to figure out where this piece of land is here. I know I'm not far. I think I got to make a right turn up here. It's kind of nice that it's close to Harbor Freight, and if you guys know me, you've seen my tools. They are not paying me or sponsoring this video in any way, but I do use a lot of Harbor Freight tools. They're not all bad tools. I don't give a shit what you say. There are some diamonds in the rough. There are some things that I've had for years that have lasted me a very, very long time. And even if they last me 10 years versus a lifetime, for what I paid for them, it's still cheaper than the lifetime tools in the long run. Sad to say, but it's true. All right, well, we're going to make this right turn here, just in time to make the light. All right. I got a little bit of a bad feeling that this property is going to be in a little bit of a posh neighborhood, which may have some type of homeowners association. And I don't particularly care for HOAs or people that run HOAs. And if there is anything like that, and if I do fall under the blanket of it, I probably won't buy the property because I'm not going to listen to their crap. Because for the things that I'm doing and for the things that I plan to do on my YouTube channel in the future, I'm going to be making some noise. There's going to be a lot of people going up and down their little private road. And if they have a problem with it, obviously there's going to be a really big issue. And it'll probably turn into a legal battle, and I don't need or want that. Nor do I want to pay for it. You know, I don't have deep pockets like that. I don't know, maybe you guys will get on my Patreon and start providing me the legal battles to shove an HOA in the ass and, you know, get rid You know how it goes. There's probably no chance of me handling that way, but I don't know if this property actually falls into their HOA or not, because it's, while I may drive down their road, while the address may be on their road, the property sets so far back, it kind of falls into what would almost be called an agricultural area. And if it does fall into that, and I can get the thing agriculturally zoned, while they still may try to put me in the HOA, being that I am agriculturally zoned, I can still legally do anything that I want on that property as per the agriculture clauses and statements that are on the law. And I've looked them up, and it's kind of interesting. I could have things like a retail business, which is kind of nice. I could do some minor commercial and minor industrial work. I could have a farm. I could have chickens. I could run some ducks around if I wanted to. I could also have a racetrack. And yeah, you heard that right here. Wouldn't that be kind of neat to have a small racetrack? It don't need to be big. I don't need anything like super fast, high-speed, crazy racetrack. But it would be nice to, and I missed this light. This is my own fault. I should have gone a little bit faster. I don't need anything high-speed crazy, but it would be kind of fun to have something with some twists and turns on it in a small, packed-in place, like a go-kart track, but a little bit bigger. So this way, if you drive anything larger on it, like a small car or even a motorcycle, it becomes a very technical course. It doesn't matter how fast you can go. It's all about how well you know how to ride your vehicle. And that means everything. And I can truly attest to that me being a Ninja 250 rider, when I get out with people that are riding much bigger bikes, and I mean 600s and above, they can't keep up with me. They just can't. Of course, they blow past me in the straights because they have all their horsepower. And when it comes to the twisty turns, I fly right past them and piss them off. And if it's a tight technical course, I'm usually way up in the front. Way up in the front, or actually in the lead. And it drives them crazy. Totally crazy. And I've done the same thing on little mopeds and also on scooters. Scooters are fun. I really like to ride scooters, the little tiny wheeled scooters, as opposed to a moped. A scooter and a moped is not the same thing, even if your local law says it's the same thing. A moped, to me, is a motorized bicycle. In other words, it has large wheels, it has pedals, and it has a small engine, usually 50cc, which is actually 49cc, according to most vicinities' laws. I believe there are some states that says 65cc and 2 horsepower, which is impressive for a moped, seeing as how most of them are only usually a horsepower and a half. Anyway, we're almost up to this property. We're gonna probably have a walk. I may take the camera with me. We'll see how I'm feeling about that. I don't know. If I'm feeling a little froggy, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, it looks like we're coming up over here on a turn. Let's see. Oh, it's a friend of mine. Used to live in the neighborhood over to the left over here. That's kind of interesting. I didn't even realize that. Well, that bridge we just crossed was a little river that probably goes through the property. I think this... I'm on the wrong road. The GPS didn't update me fast enough. Boy, the houses over here are nice, though. They're real nice in here. And this driveway will be entirely too steep for a lowrider Volkswagen. So that's out of the question. Wow, that's a steep driveway. I would have to tear that up if I were in a house like that. My God. I think I past the place by one street. I don't have the actual GPS on telling me how to turn. I've just been looking at it as an updating map. And you know how it goes. Sometimes it's just really slow about updating, and that's what it did to me here. Yeah, when we're crossing here, the river is a dam on the right-hand side. Those are the kind of things that concern me a little bit. Ponds and dams that are upstream from my property. Because after one of the floods we had here in Pensacola, the dam busted on Mirror Lake, is it? I forget the name of the lake. Anyway, the dam busted on the lake, and it flooded out all the houses that were downstream. And I just realized my audio friggin' died. Well, I completely lost audio, so I think we're just gonna wrap the video up with what you got. Thanks for watching, you guys. I might do a little more updating here, so just keep on following with my other camcorder as I walk into the woods. And, well, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Clicky like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you later. Well, once again, when batteries fail, everything fails. Turns out the camcorder not only didn't have an SD card in it, but the battery was also dead, even though I thought it had 30 minutes left on it. I'm going to say the cold weather is probably what took the battery way down. Anyway, it does say no trespassing, so we're not going to pass that sign because that's not the right thing to do. This property does have a pretty good clearing right now. Just the clearing is probably every bit as big as what I live on right now. It slopes down, looking like it drains this way, and I'm going to say that maybe the water that runs off of the street or something comes down over here, which I don't like that idea very much. There is a holding pond over here. That's not a bad thing. That means I don't have to worry about that if I build something. Plus the river that runs through there would be kind of neat. The river, I believe, is right behind these trees, and it runs that way to the northeast. Way up there in the corner, you can see that the property slopes upward, and it's pretty steep. So there's a big high spot that's back there, which is probably where I would put the structure, way high up above, you know, all the water and wet spots. This is if I were going to get this land, which once again, I don't know that. I'm just making a whole lot of noise. But I think this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Price is a little high right now for my taste. But, you know, I don't know. Just had to look, It's too bad there's no trespassing signs up, or I would have certainly making a little walk through here and see what we had. But anyway, can't do it if we don't have it. Guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.